Yeah. All right, friends, what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? This is Andy coming to you again from here at Andy's World of Bass. And today I'm going to make a video for you and tell you about this rig that I'm using right here. I've become super impressed with this. This is the GENZLER MG800 head, and I'm playing it through a 112 cab, the relatively new GENZLER 12T-V cab. It's more along the classic kind of design. It has a 12-inch driver and a high-frequency horn in it with a variable control for how much of the tweeter you want in the sound. And it's in this tall cab that is kind of more of a vertical kind of makes it a little bit taller. But the key here is using it with the MG800 is totally happening. And God, it's so small and so light. You know, I'll tell you, I'm one of these people that has been really skeptical about lightweight equipment. You know, I started playing in 1982. And I played through the whole era of the hybrid amps and you know, big plywood 410 boxes and stuff like that. And I just became acclimated to a kind of performance that came from that heavier equipment. So it's the kind of bulletproof performance that I came to love and expect and need and want and everything like that. So in the last 15 years or so, everything's gotten lighter and lighter out of sheer convenience and the necessity. And it's also gotten better and better and better. And this particular rig right here is absolutely, you know, mind-blowing in terms of the ability to take it out on a gig. You know, just this head and just this cab, you know, certainly for, you know, rock and roll kind of playing with a drummer. And you know, I use this at rehearsal a lot, and you know, when we rehearse with the band, and man, it just really delivers big time. Now, using it with the MG800, you're going to have quite a bit more headroom, because even it's an 8 ohm load. I think that, I don't know exactly what it pushes at 8 ohms, but it's not the whole entire 800, but I want to say it's around 550 or something like that. This is a 350 watt cabinet. Now, you'll never blow a cabinet by overpowering it. The way you blow a cabinet usually is by underpowering it. A lot of people don't know that. But an efficient power section driving a speaker, they're conservatively rated, you see what I'm saying? And so having a couple hundred extra watts is not going to overpower the speaker and cause it to blow. Typically what blows speakers is not that. It's clipping from having too low of power and amplifier distortion sending clipping down through the speaker. But, you know, in summary, you never will have to worry about blowing one of these cabs up using an 8 ohm load off the MG800. It's just not going to happen. Actually, what's going to happen is the opposite. It's going to have tons of clean headroom, back-end headroom, that's going to enable for very clear and clean transient delivery of pitches. And it's also going to help the low end behave really well. Translating into the mic. Hopefully it's not just blowing it up, but there's a ton of really tight, well-behaved, fast-delivered low end coming out of this this one speaker cabinet, and it's super impressive. So you know, I've become over the last couple of years a huge fan of Genzler, Jeff Genzler, and everything that he is putting on the market these days is just absolutely top-notch stuff. And it's right up there with the best of the best. And I know that he has a lot of established fans from the Benz days, and now one by one they're starting to slowly come over to Genzler. They're understanding how that transpired and how he Fender took over that company, and then he started his own company, which is now Genzler. So if you were a Benz fan, you will definitely be a Genzler fan, and perhaps even more so because the types of products that are coming out now have evolved considerably with the Class D, D-Class, lightweight Magellan Series heads, and of course the BA Base Array cabinets, you know, which I use, the BA410-3 and the BA210-3, and then now I have a BA115-3 on the way here. So but this particular, you know, setup right here is special. You know, the big powerful head with this one cabinet. I mean, it's 24 pounds. It's like nothing when you pick it up. And the head, you know, just slip it in your little, you know, gig bag or whatever that you carry it around in. And man, what a great functional gigging amplifier that will do anything small all the way up to medium size type gigs, drummer gigs, you know what I'm saying? Like little clubs, little bars, stuff like that, no problem. Most times you're going to come out of the DI anyways, but even if you weren't, even if it was what I call a pigs on sticks gig, where the only thing coming through the PA is just a couple little PA speakers for vocals, and the band's stage volume is filling the room, this little cab will do a damn good job of it. And it will do it in a way that's comfortable and cozy, and where it's not like, you know, begging for mercy for you to stop. You know, I mean, I can't really show it on this video, but I can really yank the living daylights out of it. And it just, you know, it holds together like gangbusters. So I encourage you to check it out and make your way over to the Genzler scene. I think that it's one of the best choices on the market right now, and definitely something that any pro, semi-pro, or even beginner bass player wants to consider when you're, you know, when you're looking at a serious amp purchase. You know, you can have the greatest bass guitar in the world. If you don't have a good amp, it's not gonna do it justice. You see what I'm saying? That equation is split right down the middle. A great amp isn't going to do all that much for a really crummy bass either, although typically it leans a little bit more towards the amp in that equation. Meaning, a really great amp will make a, you know, a $200, $300, $400 bass sound great, but a $4,000 bass through a crummy amp is not going to sound good. It's just not going to happen. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching all the videos, and visit the Genzler website, read up on the specs, and yeah, hopefully you'll consider it. This compact but very powerful rig is absolutely a great thing to consider. All right, friends, we'll see you next time. Peace.